Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
With winter fast approaching on this December afternoon, AFC East rivals get set to renew acquaintances at MetLife Stadium. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it comes your way next. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These division games so important this time of year. Strap in, Dolphins and Jets underway in the NFL Rivalry Series. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Dolphins and the Jets meeting here for the 2nd time this year. One of the many rivalries that the NFL is highlighting this season. And boy, you think of some of the great players and coaches that have been part of this series through the years. Names like Joe Namath, Bob Griese, and the undefeated 72 team, Don Shula, iconic head coach, of course, Dan Marino, and then the New York Sack Exchange in the 80s, Curtis Martin, legends one and all.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Here's Dart. That one complete to McConkey. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Throwing his dart. This one finds McConkey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Here's Pacheco on the read option. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Sometimes I almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Let's go.
Play fake, and here's Dart. That's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some shit she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm
Now second and 9. To the air, Dart finds Gibbs on the check down. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Third and 4. Looking to throw, Dart. Now he's going to step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadavian Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Eddie Pinheiro on now. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Ward. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Come on. Hit. Ready.
Running left, Achane. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner. They work now on 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Achane gets it from the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now, Ward. Open net is Waddle complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now. 60, Panther 60.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
First down goal, Miami.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Cam Ward, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Jets at 7-5 now of the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Open man right side, that's McConkey. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Gibbs will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, good move. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Now he's going to step up and run. Throw here is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. 19-18. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Throwing his dart. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Gibbs. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Dart going to look to throw here. Quickly here to Rudy. And he went backwards. They'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
70 Lions!
Here's Dart. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll go. Here's Dart. He'll try to do it himself. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
2nd and 10. To throw now, Dart. A quick hitter, complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dart. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go. At the 60. At the 60. Hurt, hurt.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And that is no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Random Pond. Rolling out to Durban, I would put in with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a dog. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm thinking
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
17 Timberwolf. 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
Throwing dart. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
On for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Dart. That's into the hands of Worthy. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 29.
Now Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
14, Jets 13.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here's Ward. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. From the gun, Ward. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action. It's Ward. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 34 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11. Steady.
To throw, here's Ward. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
That's the score. Dolphins 21, Jets 13.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. That's caught right side by Worthy. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They get 11 back on that one. It moves to 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. This one finds McConkey. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. He's got his guys a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun, here's Dart. That one complete to McConkey. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And a yard at the 16-yard line.
Throwing again is Dart. And that is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this complete to Worthy. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here's Dart. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will find it again as he's all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Off play action, Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
19.
Out of the gun is again to H&M. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. They'll get this out to Genty. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Well, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing now, Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Here's Dart. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw now, Dart. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzes,
and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it. See what I did there? He needs better protection, that's for sure. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's good for Jets. First down.
Looking to throw, Dart. Finds Gibbs on the check down. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To throw, Dart. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Darnell Washington there to make the grab. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Keeps the score. Dolphins 24, Jets 19.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2. Shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready? Blue way. Split up.
Working out of the gun, Winston. His throw incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ashton Jeanty hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Dart. Out quickly here to Worthy. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Here we go. Set. Liking 18.
Now Dart. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete.
They've certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing his Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll try and do this himself. Able to slither by. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jackson Dart, 36 yards. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
Then just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Ready. Blue ready. Let him go.
Winston. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they sail. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
White 25. Quick, got it.
They'll run. H-man. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 9-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Let him go.
One more time with Achane. He tried to bounce it outside, but that going nowhere from the start. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Winston to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 72.
He's back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, The defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Miami, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these